dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome in, everybody. All issues have been put aside here tonight as we are live with the round one of the championship playoffs here for the VRL League here tonight at Homestead, Miami. 100 laps at this mile and a half. It's not, you can't call it a cookie cutter. That is what it is exactly not here tonight as we get on ready to watch some great racing action. We got to say a big thank you out there to Blue Fox Properties and Dave Mayberry. Give them a call at 520-850-4189. And you can really buy or sell a house with someone you can get along with and trust with old Hot Rod down there. And he works in that kind of Tucson, Arizona area, but also across the country. So be sure to go give him the check out and get your free consultation here today, because this housing market is absolutely bananas bonkers crazy. Get yourself a good quality realtor today. As always, I am Alan Brown, and I am joined by some good friends of mine. One of them up here in the booth with me is Mr. Alan English. Alan, we return to the Under the Lights Homestead, Miami. A great track. We've seen some fantastic racing action here in races past, and can't wait to get this one started here tonight.
That's a wonderful track. It produces great racing every time we come here. Under the Lights is especially fun. The paint jobs really pop and everything, but it just kind of reminds me of, Saturday night racing at my local track. So, yeah, man, Miami's a lot of fun. We're going to see some thrills and spills here tonight on this flat track. It's kind of hard to keep the power down here. You really got to feather that throttle. We're going to see a lot of that tonight. But round one of the playoffs tonight, guys. Really looking forward to seeing how this playoff format is going to shake out here at VRL. I hope it's a great success and a model for future seasons. But these guys are doing it this year. They're going to learn from it, and we're going to get to do some learning along with you guys. So thank you all so much for joining us, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we will do some learning, especially the man down there on pit road, Mr. Adam Turner, getting all locked and loaded in there. These guys heading into qualifying right now, Adam, but tricky task ahead of them here tonight for this first round.
Yeah, Miami it's interesting. I think it's a driver's track. People that really excel at iRacing love this track. I always had a hard time because you really got to work on those tires here. We say that a lot, but it's cool tonight. It's only 70 degrees, balmy, one fast repair, 65% fuel, 4 sets of tires. We'll see how that works out. 13x incident points, and you're going to start getting penalties. So that's something we need to keep track of. So you get 13 incident points, you're going to get a penalty, and then after that, every 6 extra, you're going to get a penalty. So I don't know. There's going to be a little bit beating and bumping around here. I think that just Homestead lends itself to kind of sliding a little bit as the tire wear comes along. So really cool track. This used to be the NASCAR finale. I loved it when it was. I don't know what y'all's thoughts were, but it's a real neat track.
Yeah, that indeed. As we take a look at tonight's race info, beautiful weather for these drivers here. So finishing up that qualifying run right now. You can see there behind the kind of faded info stuff, the red banner on top of that 18 of Andrew Player. That's going to how you know that one of these drivers is part of the 12 here, which will get reduced down to 8 at the end of tonight. So it's going to be a short playoff run for sure. But either way, taking a look here at tonight's key to the race, and man, you got a couple of options. You got to either brave the wall or you got to rip it down there on the bottom.
Yeah, and running up by the wall is something that's takes a lot of practice. We talk about Kyle Larson doing it all the time, but there are other guys that are pretty good at it too. It's nerve-wracking, and you really have to pay attention to what you're doing up there. It's so easy to make a mistake and scrape the wall, and aero does matter some here, so you don't want to cause too much body damage to your car or truck in this case.
Yeah, these trucks are tough, but there's just so much beating they'll take, So try to keep it off the wall as much as you can and keep it off the side of your competitor, at least until 10 laps to go. Then it's a free-for-all, and let's have some fighting. Let's get after it. It's the playoffs, man. Let's have some kind of fighting and stuff.
Man, you are definitely all amped up and ready to go. As same with these drivers all gridding up down there on pit road. Let's go ahead and tell everyone where their favorite driver is starting here tonight. Starting us off with that 728 of Timothy Pope. Gonna have the 81 of Jonathan Osborne starting on his outside. Those guys have a history here earlier from this season. 753 Jeremiah Burke going to start in third with the 55 of Ricky Wittenberg starting on the outside there in fourth. 33 Jess Vaught, kind of confident in here. Really liking Miami, going to start in fifth with the 5 of Jonah Long on his outside starting in sixth. 48 of Canadian's own Jack the Ripper Dixon starting here in seventh with the 18 of Andrew Player in 8th. 72 of Chan the Man, Chandler Paul will start here in 9th with the 01 of Kelly Keel rounding out the starting top 10.
Where is Canada? I was wondering where that was.
Yeah, it happens to all of us. We
I
get
know.
tongue-tied. Yeah.
The 751 of Mike Adams is starting in 11th place. Outside row number 6 is going to be Robert Jordan, 74. 14 of Dustin Eaton starts in 13th place. 14th will be the 2 of David Emig. The 68 of Dustin Wade will start inside of row number 8. On the outside of row number 8 will be the 10 of Andrew Cawthon. The number 6 of Austin Reeves starting in 17th. The 92 of Greg Klein in 18th place. And making up row 10 and rounding out your top 20, the 22 of Matt Beamer and the 63 of Josh Oxendine.
Well, I can tell you where Canada is. So Ricky and Bubbles live there. Anybody that knows
do they?
about Canada knows that. So 21st, Austin Paul and number 3. What a cool paint scheme. Gonna have to look at that Miami Vice machine tonight. 57 Russ Endicott starts 22nd. 64 Trevor Robertson starts 23rd. 747 America's driver. Albert Anderson starts 24th. See, I get tongue-tied too. Dave Mayberry, 25th. 82, Mike Everidge, 26th. David Fight in the number 1 machine will start 27th. Charlie Herkus in that 83, he'll be 29th or 28th, sorry. And David L. Kelly will be in the back of the field here in the 49 machine.
And that is your starting grid here tonight as they get behind this pace card. The lights are off and we are ready to rumble here. Gonna make that sharp dive down into pit lane here as the green flag is up and away we go for the first time here tonight. Green flag racing in Miami. Side by side they shuffle and bustle all the way down into turns 1 and 2. Especially early on here, watch these old tires. Once when they get all warmed up, these guys are going to pack right on up. That 728 of Tim Pope off to a great start here with 753 Jeremiah Burke sliding up into that second spot right behind him. We still got a shuffle going on here. Behind them, you got Jess Vaught trying to overtake that 81 of Osborne on that low line. He's able to do so. Ricky Wittenberg's trying to hold up the 5 in the 48 right now as they head off down. Oh, cars scraping the outside wall there as we're breaking 3 wide, 4 wide occasionally, and back to 3 wide. They go down into turns 1 and 2. 92 Greg Klein all the way up against the wall as they're mixing it up out there.
We do have a couple of trucks, just FYI, that came down the pits. They were serving penalties from a previous race. That was Mayberry and Anderson, I believe.
That's painful, but at least they get it over with early.
Yep, that's right.
If you're going to have a penalty, have it early. But look how back here in the back of the field, they are just kind of too wide, battling out, ducking and dodging everywhere.
And that they are. We got a great battle here between the 72 and the 74 side by side. Right behind them is the 6 and the 92. 10 and the 2 as well, all side by side. Everyone else in front of them is kind of all kind of single filed out here as Jeremiah Burke running fastest a lap of the race there on that last lap, trying to get the runs where he can right now and help out his teammate, but as well, you know, playoff competitor here. At the end of the day, there can only be one season champion, and that is what we're waiting here to kind of figure out what happens as we follow here with the 64 Trevor Robertson kind of sitting in the mix right now.
It's like Highlander, huh? There can only be one. Great flick there.
I don't think I've seen that.
Happy Halloween, ladies. That was a good one. Well, we want to thank everybody
Wow.
for joining us over there in the YouTube chat. We got Amanda Wade out there cheering for Dustin. I'm sorry. Edith Anderson, Team Anderson's in the house tonight. Edith's here and Kathy's here. Chan the Man saying, hope that Miami Vice theme is looking good tonight. And Tower Operator pulling for Albert Anderson out there.
Yeah, Austin Paul's got a.
Ooh, Mike Everidge having a little bit of a problem right now.
Uh-oh. 3 wide back here in about 18th place. That's pretty interesting. Imig. What is that? Klein's in the mix. Jordan, Robertson. The Goodweiser guys are going after one another here.
Yeah, they've been 2 wide for quite a while now, as well as got some slicing and dicing going on right in front of them. But you got to imagine the guys up on the high side, eventually they're just going to have that little bit of extra tire saving just from running up there, that they're going to be able to maybe get a run here or there. But then again, we've been surprised once before, Alan, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get surprised again.
Yeah, I mean, you can decrease your tire wear by running up high, but it also helps you on corner exit. We'll see how many of these guys try to brave that high line. Not seeing a whole heck of a... Seeing some, like, middle of the road guys that are trying to run a higher seam, but not all the way against the wall.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but we do have a halfway competition caution here in this series.
Yes, let me pull up the lap here.
It'll probably be into lap 50.
Cut it in half. I mean, even half of 100 in Louisiana is still 50.
Yeah, it is halfway. Yeah.
Okay.
I just had to double check.
Well, in Louisiana, it's probably like 47 or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Depends on what school district you're in, I guess.
Yeah.
As the racing action continues, Timothy Pope already starting to catch up to some lap traffic here from some of the guys that had to come on down into pit lane. So he's going to start dealing with that. He's opened up a pretty good little bit of a lead, though, over Jess Vaught and Jonathan Osborne, who had been side by side for quite a while. I know Jess isn't too happy with Osborne about that. Just, man, don't let these guys get too far ahead of us now. I know we still got that stage break, but, man, don't want to be slowing ourselves down here. That is definitely a possibility, as we got side by side going on between the 63 of Josh Oxendine, making it in due to George Rincon having some work issues, not able to reliably race here on the Wednesday nights for the closing part of this season. So getting free bonus spot in, as, man, Mike Everidge, I'm just getting another thing there. Oh, as he's all loosey-goosey trying to come on down. It looks like he was trying to come on into the pit lane.
It's hard to hit that pit road here. You really got to pay attention there.
Trying to see exactly what happened. He was running on oh, you know what? He was taking the kind of like the access road, which is, I think, actually part of like the road course.
Yeah, it's just mistaken identity there, I guess.
Yeah, but he was definitely creeping and crawling there, so I wonder if engine issues, because it looked like that front of the truck had been banged up pretty well.
Yeah, it looks like he's coasting in with a blown motor. And he hit his pit box. Good deal.
Ooh, that smoke, that new smoke generated thing off the wall is pretty cool. You get to see. You can definitely tell when somebody hits the wall now with the iRacing's new updated damage model with the smoke coming off the, I guess it's the tires or the body. Yeah. Pretty cool to watch.
You see that in a real race, when they bounce off the wall like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was, same thing on pit road. The mass exodus of cars whenever you see the whole field come on down, just everyone peeling out of their pit box. It gets hard if you're at the end of the pit road to see what's going on in front of you. As Greg Klein's really lost a few spots here now, as he continues the shuffle on back into 19th. He's surrounded right now by the Paul brothers. 3 of Austin Paul does have a win on the season, however, due to participation limits not in this chase. But he's looking okay right now, up a few spots. And of course the 72 of Chan the Man out there running a little bit different paint scheme.
Yeah, that Miami Vice paint scheme is pretty sweet. I like that. It's also got AAA broadcasting on it and TrackDogsRacing.com.
Tailgate, sweet.
We always gotten to love that. Of course, we also love it when these drivers have some of their driver cams up and running. So let's just go ahead and do a little bit of that. We got gotta find my driver info button. There it is. Got the 18 Andrew Player up there, showing off some of his rig things. Let's see here. We also we have Chandler Paul, Chan the Man, as he's racing side by side with the 10 of Andrew Cawthon right now, joining us here with the face cams as well. Gotta do a little searching here, but able to find him. We got Mr. Dustin Wade in the 68 machine joining us here with the face cams.
We love seeing the concentration on these drivers' faces as they're running around here.
I mean,
Cool.
It does take some concentration. It's not kind of like your Talladega or Daytona where you can put one hand on the wheel, one hand on your drink, which hopefully we'll get to a race soon. I'm thinking I'm going to challenge you.
I'm having a
Maybe it's
cup
just
holder
something.
installed for that race.
Okay, we'll talk
when
about
it
that
materializes.
when it happens, because we have some things to iron out with each
As
other.
Osborne gets up into the outside wall, he's been running that outside line, flirting with disaster so far in these opening 18 laps, and it finally hit him a little bit. That outside wall turning blacker and blacker from all the tire marks running up on it here, and you can tell that's definitely a popular line. Still have some good racing going on behind them as Jess Fott holds on to that third spot. You got the 751 Mike Adamson, another one of these playoff drivers making it on in. He's racing hard with the 48 of Jack the Ripper Dixon. You got Kelly Keel in the mix here, as well as 5 of Jonah Long, all racing about here. And of course, all racing for as hard as they can right behind them. Still racing is the 14 of Dustin Eaton with the 63 of Josh Oxendine.
I love the graphics detail on here. Just look at all the, you mentioned it right there, all the black stripes we got in the turns here from, those are tire marks off of these trucks from tonight on that freshly painted wall.
Yeah, it keeps it all up to date. What's the best part about it is we're getting to watch it on YouTube on Mr. Brown's computer, which is way better than what I'm seeing on my screen. So I get to actually see the graphics in action on YouTube. It's pretty cool. And if you like the YouTube video and stuff, all that, hit the button, hit that thumbs thing, hit the notification, because we got to let that Zuckerberg guy know that, hey, we're in charge. You're not in charge. Come see us. We got a lot of races. We got a lot of fun stuff happening here at AAA Broadcasting, and especially with the Vigilante Racing League.
As he has 6 of Austin Reeves catches a run here on the 18 of Andrew Player. Is looks like Mike Everidge having another issue here.
He just can't catch a break tonight.
Everidge having some big problems here. As he was making his way. Let's see what happened. Oh, there was some car contact there. And the 82 gets just tagged and spun on down onto the apron and hard into the inside wall. No one was coming, but
I don't think Herkus knew he was up there. I think Charlie Herkus thought he was clear. Wow. RAR versus Goodweiser contact there. course, when these guys get into the playoffs like they are now, teams, guys want to help their teammates and stuff, but heck, if your teammate's in the playoffs too, you want to try to put some distance between yourself and them as well.
Yeah, that indeed, as the 48 of Jack Dixon and the 01 of Kelly Keel go side by side here on lap 23 out of 100. Probably looking at 20, what do you want to call it? Probably not 20, but 35, 40 laps on a run here before maybe thinking about getting some tires.
Yeah, probably. I bet you're going to see some guys split the stage here, though. Look for some short pitting if they don't get a caution. We may see some guys try to short pit it here at lap 25. Just maybe.
Well, if you short pit it, I mean, what is your advantage? It's just kind of a strategy, right? You're trying to outthink the
If
average
you don't think
guy.
there's going to be a caution, which we're pretty spread out right now. So the likelihood that we'll get a caution goes down as a player announces he's coming down pit lane. The likelihood of a caution goes down when they're spread out like this, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So you might have some guys maybe short pit it just so I have consistency over their tire runs here.
And I definitely want to see some fights. Gonna have that.
We'll definitely get there, but it is early nonetheless. My good friend down there on pit road, Adamson, making his way past Jonathan Osborne, who's still riding up against that wall, slowing him down once again. Here comes Jack Dixon on around, and they're almost going to be three wide here between the 64 and the 01 with the 81 heading on down through turns 1 and 2. It looks like they were able to figure it out a little bit here. Trevor Robertson in the that championship playoff run here, making some way.
David Farley joining us over on YouTube saying, come on, Osborne, hammer down out there.
It's like Oxendine's coming up on a little traffic here, trying to get past the number 6. It looks like Jonah Long, too. Pretty good battle.
Jonah Long and Austin Reeves, those are all for position, including Ricky Wittenberg back there in that KOK, number 55. Like Austin Reeves wanting to ride around on that high line just a little bit. Oxendine running low, he just can't clear them.
And that's the problem. You really need to have clear track in front of you if you really want to make these passes happen. I mean, we don't talk about it a lot. Oh, is a 63 dirt track in it coming out of turn number 4 there, back down across the line. But the aero effect at a track like here at Miami, you really need that clean air all over that front hood for your truck to actually perform the way you want it to. So having a car right there in front of you, ooh, it just pushes you straight up to the walls. The 5 is going to try to bring the 6 all the way up to against the wall.
They kind of forced him to go up there. Meanwhile, these guys is kind of creating a little bottleneck here for the 2 and the 63 and the 55.
But I don't know if he didn't do it on purpose, right? I think the tires are starting to wear out on him.
He may have just tried to crowd him a little bit. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's just part of racing.
Like they say, rubbing is racing, but they weren't quite rubbing yet. So,
well, ain't nobody crowding me. Nobody crowd me. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight them. I'm gonna turn them. I will ruin their day.
Get out of my personal space.
Yeah.
But it looks like you are getting some action down there now, Adam, on pit road. 33 just fought. 92 Greg Klein coming on out of their pit box here. Jeremiah Burke, Timothy Pope, Kelly Keel all drifting on down into pit lane, as well as Jonathan Osborne still staying out, running up against that outside wall side by side with that 64 of Trevor Robertson, who is up 21 spots, by the way. Ooh, my goodness, as the 81 Osborne scrapes that outside wall again.
Well, he's moving.
So first round of pit stops opening up here tonight, right around that 30 mark. So and these guys are going to be good to go until our stage break here at the end of lap 50. And points are very important here, especially for these championship drivers. They need to get as many as they can, so be sure to watch them maybe play little strategy games here within this, trying to pick up maybe some bonus spots at the end of this stage.
A lot of different pit strategies going on. We did have a couple guys pit a few laps earlier than the rest of the field, but not a huge difference here. Only a couple of laps difference.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll make that much of a difference. Andrew Player on pitted in 24, so he's gonna he will start sinking a little bit faster than the other guys, but other than that, we're pretty much all the same here.
And so now here comes the tricky part of getting around people who don't have the new set of tires yet, while the people with the old set of tires are trying to bob and weave their way around and get down to the apron, like the two of David Emick here, having to check up hard. Oh, just a little too hard as he spins out there, coming on into the pits. Oh, man, tricky pit road here tonight. A very sharp, direct left-hand turn. It's not really the transition that gets you, but it's trying to slow down while making that sharp turn. That is what gets you, and that is exactly what happened to the two of David Emick there.
Not only that, they have to get it down to 50.
Yeah, they're in the corner. They're probably hitting about 140, 145, and they got to bring it down. That is difficult, especially on old tires. Those things are slick, man.
Yeah, they're exiting turn 4 at almost 150 miles an hour. They're obviously lifting before that, but yeah, you're right, man. That's a lot of speed to spill off. That's 90 miles an hour they got to lose.
A lot of speed to spill off in the middle of a corner, nonetheless. 55, Ricky Wittenberg coming back out onto the track. Looks like David Kelly having a little bit of an issue down there, trying to rejoin the track. Looks like he was driving, coming out of the pits, and that's a very tricky re-entry kind of thing. There's not really cones or anything guiding you around that lane to rejoin the track, and it's pretty easy to maybe put a tire or two off on there, and next thing you know, you're seeing the track, but you're facing the wrong way.
Man, and speaking of spilling off, English, I know you're in the same region I am, but tomorrow and the next day, the weather's about to spill off. It's going to fall off the face of the earth. I don't know what the hell's going on, but there's going to be temperatures dropping during the day. That's not good. That's never a good sign. Make sure you keep your dog inside.
They call it the bomb cyclone. Is that what this thing
I
is
don't.
called?
It's global warming is what it is.
Well, so
it's global warming.
So
it's going to be 11 here, I think they said, in Louisiana.
Yeah, with wind chills beginning with a negative sign.
Yep, that's crazy. That's
we're not used to that around here.
It doesn't happen often.
So be sure to bring in your native Allens indoors, as they do not fare well out in the cold.
Yeah. Don't leave us out in the cold. We're people too.
Pets, plants, pipes,
and Allen.
And Allen. Bring them all in.
As Jess Vaught faces some challenge here. He got the undercut there and was able to at least pick up one spot here from Jeremiah Burke, but Jeremiah Burke all over that back bumper fighting for that second spot. They are kind of got some lap traffic sitting there right in front of them. Not too much of an issue right now, still a little bit of room, but these guys are definitely racing pretty hard up here. Same thing with around the 63 of Josh Oxendine. He's racing hard against the 6 of Austin Reeves up here as they continue to battle. Looks like the 3 of Austin Paul trying to make some moves here as well. And it's called a bomb cyclone because it goes under an event called Bombogenesis.
What?
It's essentially the low pressure trough that's coming down from Canada swings like a baseball bat and kind of like folds up onto itself.
So the Canadians got us again.
Yeah, the Canadians got us.
It came from Siberia, man.
Oh, so it's the Russians now.
Yes.
I don't know who to blame. I'm not real happy about it. English, do what I do with my dogs when it gets cold or something crazy happens. I put CBD on their bone. So maybe I'll put some CBD in and your beer, and they'll chill you out. You won't have to worry about so much.
My dog's gonna be asleep on the couch all day anyway. He doesn't care.
Right next to the heater, he'll be fine.
Yeah, right into the heater vent blows right on him.
So
That's
750.
his couch. He just lets me sit there sometimes.
753, Jeremiah Burke was able to get around the 33 of GS Vaught and now has a little bit of lap traffic there helping him on out. That's the 83 of Charlie Herkus. Not on purpose, but he's moving up out of the way. So some good sportsman driving there from Charlie. We also got that 7-4 of Robert Jordan. He's trying to keep up pace with the 72 of Chan the Man and stay up inside this top 20. The 2 of David Emig trying to make up some ground here as he's got the 48 of Jack the Ripper Dixon behind him. The 2 did make that mistake on pit road, so he's got a lot of ground to make up for. Same thing here with the 64 Trevor Robertson trying to make his way back up through this field. He's right behind that 68 of Dustin Wade right now.
Tim Pope, 2.5 seconds on second place right now. Jeremiah Burke. Jess Vaught's hanging with Burke here right now, at least for the time being. We're 3 wide back here with the 6, the 49, the 55.
And the 55 making it look easy, getting a 2-for-1 special done up on the bottom side there, getting past that 6 machine and the 40, what was it, the 48, 68?
49, I think.
49.
I think that was 49 of Kelly, I believe.
It's pick a number. It's one of those guys. It's doing a heck of a job out there. Is that 55 Cult of Chaos machine trying to find his way onto Victory Lane. They did have a teammate on Victory Lane earlier this year in Austin Paul, and I know Ricky, long time, one of the original runners here in Vigilante. He's looking to try to pick up a win, but we are coming close to the end of stage 1 here. Lap 43 out of 100. Stage break will be at the completion of lap 50 as Jonathan Osborne, Jonah Long, and Andrew Player have a tight fight here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Or, excuse me, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Great job of these drivers so far of keeping this race fairly clean. We did see some contact between a couple of trucks earlier, and there was some upset folks on the radio about that. But for the most part, this field is, we haven't had a yellow flag yet, knock on wood. Drivers doing a great job out there being patient.
Here, I'll do it for you as I knock on my
yeah, I knocked on my
butcher
desk.
block desk.
Yep.
Oh, you have butcher block over there?
Yeah, butcher block, man.
Oh, isn't it nice? I love butcher block.
Super nice. Just, sand it up, put some treatment on it, and get yourself a fancy schmancy desk.
I need a planer. I'd be building some stuff like that. I just
A
don't have a
planer.
planer. Yeah.
What are you, a carpenter?
Amateur.
Well, 'tis the season. Jesus was a carpenter.
He was. Whoa, look at 55. Put a little block on the 6.
He sure was. That's some good racing right there. And you see how the track and tires are affecting the drivers differently. It kind of sliding around a little bit. And it is almost like a dirt track when those tires get greasy.
Well,
you can.
It's not a. Sorry to cut you off there, English.
No, you're good.
It's not like your typical 1.5 where the corners are a little bit wide or anything like that, or have high banking. There is banking here, but it's not an exuberant amount. It's just enough to help these guys get around here. Ooh, it's a 6 had a big run there on the 55, but that's what also allows these guys to get the multiple lanes of racing that we have here tonight. Is people sometimes more comfortable on the outside, like we've been seeing with Osborne running the outside pretty much all night long so far, as compared to some of these other guys like Ricky Wittenberg right now. He's trying to maybe find a little bit of comfort zone sitting in the middle of the track, which, I mean, it's fantastic for him if he can get comfortable, but it's not good for the 6 Austin Reeves sitting behind him trying to figure out a way to get around him.
Well, and the 55 had to check up real hard because the 10 and the 92 were racing side by side. That's why the 6 got right up on his back bumper there a lap ago. But 55, yeah, he's testing every line out there, but he's watching his rear view mirror. And the 6 is also playing some games out there. He was trying to steal Ricky's line away earlier. They're kind of trying to guess on each other right now who's going where, but there's no doubt now as they're trying to both get around the 92.
Yeah, they are. It's the 18 and the 81 went side by side there. The 18 losing a little bit of traction as he was coming out of turn number 4, so he's going to lose that spot for right now as the 55 and the 92 go side by side. The 92 just getting a massive run up on that outside lane. Goes from just behind the back bumper of Ricky almost to getting his back bumper in front of Ricky. So we're playing the run game here with only a couple laps left in this stage.
Yeah, and pit lane is closed right now, so you can't come in here and short pit it now. It's closed until we have this stage stoppage.
We do, as Andrew Player continues to have problems around him right now. Got the 10 of Andrew Cawthon breathing down his neck as Timothy Pope crosses the line here to go on to lap 50. This is the yellow and a white flag lap here as the 18 of Player, one of these championship drivers, trying to hang on to a top 10 here as he's now slipped back down into 9th as the 10 of Cawthon steals that spot away. The 92 of Greg Klein trying to maybe steal some points away here from some of these guys that are looking to get some bonus points for getting in the top 10 for this stage as we continue to race on. And again, and there it is, the field has been frozen right where it's at. So your top 10 is Timothy Pope, Jeremiah Burke, Jess Vaught, Mike Adamson, Kelly Keel, Jonah Long, Osborne, Cawthon, Player, and Ricky Wittenberg.
Klein was able to pass the 6 on the outside and had a half a bumper on him lead when the yellow came out, so he'll pick that spot up as the field was frozen.
Man, that's some good stuff. I do have a business situation I shall return.
Alrighty.
Y'all can do it without me because I'm pretty much not adding anything today because...
Oh, come on now.
No, I just don't feel like I'm doing anything really great for y'all. I want to be great, so let me refresh, do this business thing, and I'm going to come back with like a new energy.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, what he really needs is some hot soup.
Hey, he needs a bowl of hot soup. That's what he needs. Yeah, David Farley out there telling Osborne, "Hey, get off that wall, sucker." He said, "You don't have wheels on the side of your truck to just roll along there. You can't do that." David Farley says, "It's 68 degrees here in Arizona, LOL." I'm not going to be LOL in here in a couple of days. It's going to be nasty, nasty. Josh Bittner saying the 55 out there putting some sauce on it. He is. Ricky Wittenberg, very competitive out there tonight.
And that he is as the field comes on down. Oh my goodness, close call with the barrels down there. People in this line of traffic not quite able to see what's going on around them. And just basically everybody snaking their way almost to that pit wall kind of barrel boundary there.
Oh, contact. The 6 and the 2 got together on pit lane, spun the 6 around there.
Which is...
No, oh, and he just backed into the 14. Golly. Oh, my goodness. 6 finally getting to his box. That's going to kill his track position out there. The 2 did apologize to the 6 on the radio. Oh, what a mess.
And, you know, it is, man, especially on pit road, it's difficult to see what's going on around you if you get spun around like that with everybody coming on in. There's no F3 box big enough in the world to see who's doing what around you.
Yeah, sometimes you got to floor it, pop the clutch, and just dump it, spin it around. Doing a 3-point turn out there is sometimes not the best option, but yeah, it's hard to see everything around you there. Man alive. We're a little over halfway here. We've seen some great racing out here. Miami, once again, is a hit, not only with the drivers, but with us sitting here watching this thing, it's something else. I love it.
Yeah, that indeed. Just need to. Oh, look, something up. Oh, and of course that at 2 of David Emig having a having that problem. He is a contender for the championship. At least on my screen, the banner isn't showing up properly. Hopefully it is, because I think there's points implications if it's not.
Let me
But
take a look here. You said he is a playoff driver?
he is.
Yeah, it didn't have the banner.
Ooh.
I mean, it could. I don't know. I was gonna say it could be my computer, but if yours is showing the same thing. Well, regardless, they're out there trying their best tonight for sure.
Oh, that is definitely for certain. As we go ahead and continue pacing here real quick. I think we're gonna go too wide. Let me just jump up to watch. Yep, looks like we're gonna go too wide. And the person I was gonna interview decided to come on down into pit lane one more time, so we'll pass on that for a moment.
Got lots of racing left. We do get another yellow. We can pull somebody up and talk to them.
Yeah, that indeed. But we're going to go back to green flag racing in the final stage of this race. Man, this thing has absolutely flown on by. I know a little bit of a delayed start here due to some technical stuff, but these guys have definitely proven they've put in some practice these past week or so, and having a good time out there. We're going to have Jeremiah Burke, Timothy Pope starting up at the front. Jess Vaught, Mike Adamson, Kelly Keel right behind them with Jonah Long, Andrew Cawthon, Andrew Player, Ricky Wittenberg, and Greg Klein all up inside this top 10. Not too far behind them, though, is Austin Paul, David Emig, Dustin Wade, Josh Oxendine, David Fight, Matt Beamer, all still in it. We're a chance here hovering around that top 15. So never count anybody out as we go back to green flag racing here tonight with stage number 2. Little bit of a checkup there in this field as they make their way down across the line. 2 by 2 they go. Maybe a miscommunication with some team strategy there, and the 728 of Timothy Pope is going to lose a couple of spots here.
Saw a checkup too. It looked like maybe that 18 forward of Andrew Player may have. I don't think he missed a gear or anything that serious. It just looked like he might have been just a little bit late to the gas, but I think he wanted down on that inside line anyway after that restart got going.
So you can just see this absolute banana crazy field make its way on down through turns 1 and 2. Hustling and bustling as everyone tries to jockey for positions.
Dustin Wade's around.
Ooh.
Yellow's out. He get a piece of Ricky Wittenberg there too?
I think so, but I think Ricky was at least able to keep it straight on the track. Let's see here, because this all started headed into the turn. I wonder if he I just got
that
up.
was a separate thing.
Oh, just got up loose. Oh, he did make hard contact there with one of those red vehicles. I think it was I don't know if it was a vigilante force vehicle or whatnot, but having a massive issue down there.
I think that might have been David Kelly.
I think you're right.
I can't tell. I can't make out the number there on the replay. Dixon Racing Team joining us on YouTube saying, well, that'll cause a code brown.
That it definitely could. Let's speaking of
48 was barely missed.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see that one. Ooh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's a little close for comfort right there.
Indeed, but really, just the one vehicle getting heavily involved there. So While we kind of sit here and wait while this caution kind of puts on along, let's go ahead and talk to one of these drivers. And how about we talk to that 48 machine here?
All right.
Gotta go all the way down to Team Goodweiser to talk to him. That button, there we go. As we get to talk to one of the championship drivers here tonight, the 48 of Jack the Ripper Dixon up there in Canada. And I even said it right this time, Jack, for you. But
I heard you.
but you're racing for a championship. Not too bad right now. Top 15, hanging around in 14th. Got lucky there. Avoided absolute calamity with the truck getting all wobbly outside of you. But race has been looking pretty smooth for just about everybody tonight.
Yeah, it's good. Our team's looking fast. We were all up in the top 10. I think I was riding around 5th, and we went down for green flag pit stops, and our team decided not to take tires, so we have that extra one in the end in case there's that caution. But it looks like every single truck other than our team took tires, so we fell to the back, but we'll make our way back up. It's a long race.
Great job on strategy call there. We'll see how it plays out for you guys. A little precursor from this week's race. We see similar racing at Auto Club, and that's where you guys are headed next week. It's always an exciting race up there at that slightly bigger track, but it's still technical like this one is. Y'all looking forward to that?
Oh, yeah, always. Every week I look forward to, but Auto Club's going to be a good one. I wouldn't say I'm great there, wouldn't say I'm horrible there, so just have to put in some practice and see how it goes.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck out there here tonight. We'll see if you can't make up a few more spots and get those all-important points here to move on in this championship, man.
All right, thanks, boys.
That 48 Flex Seal Chevrolet looking good out there, as he does every week.
And, of course, as always, we love to thank our great sponsor here of Blue Fox Properties and Dave Mayberry at 520-850-4189 in that Tucson, Arizona area. Whether you're looking to buy or sell a house over there, or if you're looking somewhere else in the country, be sure to give old Hot Rod a call, because he's got experience, 18 years of experience. Man, that's a lot of years of experience, man. You can't deny that, as he can help you out buying or selling. Is this market, man, it's insane, bananas crazy. Be sure to get yourself a good quality realtor today, especially one that offers a free consultation, because free consultations, man, those are awesome.
Heck yeah, man. It's hard to get anything for free here nowadays. Well, we'll think about Deion Jones tonight. Deion fighting a bad migraine. He's had since Monday, so he ain't racing tonight. He said we'll see y'all next week. Hope you get better, man. Them migraines are nothing to fool around with. My wife has battled them for years, and it ain't no fun, that's for sure.
I know, my sinuses have been killing me with this upcoming storm front that's been gonna be coming through. Because, I mean, it's going to be dang near 50 here on Friday.
Oh, man.
And we're currently sitting at 20 degrees at my house. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing, and there we go. Ooh, man, that was a good start there for the Sum 53, Jeremiah Burke. That's going to open the inside lane up here for his teammate of Timothy Pope to try to stay out in front of that Vigilante Force driver of Jess Vaught. Mike Adamson up there as well for that Team Limitless. So Team Limitless looking very strong, but Jess isn't alone for his team. He's got Kelly Keel up here as well. Jonah Long still fighting alongside him here as they head on down into turns 3 and 4, back down and across the line. Jeremiah Burke just getting an absolute bump and push here.
Big wreck. Front stretch. Trucks everywhere, the 10.
And it's still going.
Oh, my goodness. That's the big one there, boys. I didn't see the start of it. I saw the 10 heading down towards the inside wall. What a mess.
Let's go ahead and see. This is Ooh, get a little love tap there from the 63 down into Ricky Wittenberg, and that just caused an absolute pile up there. The 3 getting snagged up down there as well. As the 64 sneaks on by, I think the 81, does he make it through clean? No, he just absolutely gets clobbered by Albert Anderson in the 22 of Beamer. 74 gets looped around. The 6, I think, is able to make it through okay. The 57 definitely does not. Same thing with the 49, but the 10 definitely getting snagged up in it. The 68 of Dustin Wade having a few issues there. Same thing with the 72 of Chan the Man. So hard impacts all the way around down there.
6 meatball flags to include Andrew Cawthon, Matt Beamer, Chandler Paul, Robert Jordan, Jonathan Osborne, and Albert Anderson. Mike Everidge still has his, but that was from a previous incident. A lot of tore up race trucks out there right now. Hey, that's what fast repairs are for. What do they get? 2 of them here? No, they have 1. So hopefully these guys are able to keep their nose clean for the rest of the race.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, Jack has a rabbit's foot shoved somewhere that I cannot say on air. Oh my goodness, that's a second close call. Goodness gracious, man.
His team over there on Facebook said Code Brown ×2. I mean, it's going to run out eventually if it happens again. My goodness.
Get out
I'm
there
sure he's
and
not
play
wanting to be around all that.
No, definitely not. It's especially for someone that just wants to get to the end of this race, try to make it interesting. But
oh yeah,
man, this is it's definitely interesting. As Josh Bittner saying, death, taxes, and a 3,500-pound vehicle landing on Ricky's lap are the only guarantees here in life, and that is unfortunately kind of Ricky's luck here this season. He's had some good runs, just some bad luck taking him out of some stuff.
Yep. Sometimes stuff happens, man. I mean it's unfortunate that it seems like it keeps on happening to Ricky. Tonight he had a damn fast truck, and he was looking really good out there. I thought it was going to be a great night for Ricky, but got caught up in another one. Hey,
but now he's actually, I don't want to say a blessing in disguise, but he could essentially make it, I believe, from this point on, because he just came back down into the pits to top up on that fuel. And it's only 35 laps, essentially, from right now to the end, and we're not even done with the caution laps yet. Ooh, that's going to be interestingly close here.
And he basically has a brand new truck now because he used that fast repair.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It's just something to look out for here, because if we do go green flag all the way to the end, we still have all these guys that haven't come down to the pits. That's 1st through 13th of Burke all the way back to Russ Endicott. They're all going to have to probably pit again.
Yeah, and Whitberg able to stay on the lead lap even though he came through the pits because of the caution. So the driver that started outside row 2 still in the mix here.
Man, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I had a...
All right.
Oh, I know you couldn't do it without me. It's obvious.
We were suffering. We were,
It looks like it. Back, I was cautioned. I left it a caution. There's another caution. What happened?
I was getting choked up from missing you, and
were you?
Oh yeah.
It is the holidays. I know we all get emotional this time of year. So I'm sorry I left you for a little bit. I'm back though. I'm ready to rock.
Wow, you missed a pretty good.
I see the comments.
Accident on the
something about truck landing in Ricky's lap. Probably was a good one. I have to watch that on the replay.
Indeed, as we get all lined up, stacked up behind the pace truck here, lights are off. Excuse me, as Jeremiah Burke, Timothy Pope, Jess Vaught, Mike Adamson get this party restarted here from the front. Jonah Long, Kelly Keel, Greg Klein, David Emig, Jack the Ripper Dixon, and Trevor Robertson not too far off either as they head on back down this front straightaway and down across the line. Back to green flag racing we go tonight from Homestead. That 753 just getting a fantastic start there. Able to allow the 728 of Pope to drop down immediately right behind him. 33 Just Vaught is got some traffic behind him as well with Mike Adamson and Jonah Long, as we got some fighting behind those guys going side by side. We got the 2 and the 92. Saw these guys having a pretty good battle earlier on in this race. They're picking this one right back on up.
Well, I'd like to see them all bunched back together, for sure, but that makes for some chaos, doesn't it? I guess we saw some of that earlier that I happened to miss. But now we got some real racing going on all over the track here.
A few trucks out there with damage. Oh, the 6 stepping out right there. Got a little sideways. It might be due to some of the spoiler damage that he has on the back of his truck.
Definitely struggling a little bit here. The 74, Robert Jordan, making his way on past. Same thing with the 22 of Matt Beamer, trying to get around that 6 machine here as they continue to make moves, but it's going 3 wide for just a split second there as the 6 was kind of splitting up this group down the middle. You got the 63 Josh Oxendine continuing his charge up this field. He's side by side with the 81 Jonathan Osborne, who's at least for the time being kept it off the wall for a couple of laps.
Larry Dickerson joining us over there on the YouTube chat saying, "What's up, guys?" He said, "I sent a league request to join this league. Hopefully I can race soon."
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to see you race in VRL here soon. I mean, we get to see Larry race a couple other nights a week, and really classy driver, class act driver. So it'd be kind of cool to see him race here as well. But they are kind of
pretty stringent.
They used to have a waiting list here for this league. I'm not sure if they still do or not. I know they got good truck counts right now.
And iRacing, the iRating, all that stuff.
Yep.
There's all kinds of stuff, but it is a great league. Ooh. These guys have a good time. There's a lot of stuff happening in there, Brown.
Yeah, well, so we had Timothy Pope pass for the lead here, getting around his teammate, the 753 Jeremiah Burke. He then had the 2 and the 92. I think the 92 was the one that actually snagged the outside wall, by the way that truck reacted. But they've also got the 01 of Kelly Keel sitting down there on that bottom side, maybe causing a little bit of that checkup. The 92, Greg Klein, looking to the far outside lane up against the wall, maybe trying to pick up a run as the 92 gets a little squirrely. A gap opened up for just a split second there for Greg. Not quite able to shuffle his way on through as we're a couple wide behind that group as well, as the 22 and the 68 try to figure some things out. But we're still side by side up here, kind of in this upper mid pack area around the top 10.
Side by side all the way back here with the 18 and the 10, right behind the number 57, Endicott.
That was 3 wide for a second there with Endicott, but they spaced it back out. Cawthon hit the apron to try to avoid a bad situation that was about to happen.
I think it slowed him down a little bit. And that 74, now they're 3 wide, 74, 82, and the 10.
Yeah, the 82 making full use of that one, shuffling on past, getting the 2-for-1 special there. Couple spots made on the 10 and the 74, trying to make up some ground here. Everidge having a rough start to this race, still has a damaged race truck. I don't know. I think he might be out of fast repairs here, so whatever damage he's getting fixed, it's getting done the old-fashioned way by sitting there and waiting for the fake pit crew to put in the time and the elbow grease here. As the 751 Mike Adamson steps the back end loose a little bit here, with the 5 Jonah Long putting some pressure on him, fighting for 4th.
Those guys up front are just fighting to get with Timothy Pope. Is kind of the class of the field almost everywhere we go. Still close up front, but he's having a heck of a run again.
2 contact with the wall slowed him up. Here comes Vigilante Force team member of Kelly Keel, takes advantage. Now he's side by side with Emig. Don't know if he's going to be able to make the pass here. He needs some clean racetrack in front of him, as you mentioned earlier there, Brown.
Is the 92 Greg Klein getting kind of caught up in it right behind it. You can also see as we're riding here with the 14 of Dustin Eaton in the gyro cam just how flat these corners really are, and it's not like it's two completely separate corners either. They're a little different from each other, but for the most part run about the same as the 1 trying to make another diving stab at it. The 2 drifting on down. Crossover move here coming out of turns 1 and 2. Still going to be side by side as they make their break down the back straightaway here. This is a great fight going on for a top 6 spot.
He's clear of him, but this sets up another crossover here. And here comes the 01. He's going to do the same thing. 92 watching his teammate go inside of the 2 right now. Just trying to figure out how this is going to play out. He's going to stay high and kind of watch from above here. Let's see if we see another crossover move.
Ooh.
No.
I think the 92 kind of played a little bit of spoiler on that one.
He
Kinda
did.
Closing some of the lane options that the 2 had.
Incredible there.
So we got some people playing checkers. We got others playing chess. We got others playing 3D chess.
Here comes the bump.
As we go racing here at Homestead, people making their final pit stops. Robertson and Dixon trickling on down into pit road here, getting that last splash and tires, trying to make a final dash for the race here tonight. 29 Hot Rod Mayberry, other than the sponsorship, really haven't talked about him here tonight, but he's having a pretty good night, up double digits right now, slowly making his way through the field. Believe he had a penalty that he had to serve at the start of this thing, so definitely putting in the work here tonight to make up as much ground as he can.
Now, is his nickname Hot Rod or is it the Mouth? That's what throws me off.
Well, on Discord it says Dave the Man Mayberry, so it's changed yet again.
Oh my Lord, I can't keep up. It confuses me all the time.
We just need to call him AKA or something, because I mean he's got so many aliases. We call him Alias.
Yeah.
Dave Alias Mayberry. He's got plenty of them.
Keep him guessing, I guess.
Indeed, as the race in action continues to wage on here. 20 laps left to go. Great racing still being had by some drivers up here in this top 10. Jonathan Osborne, I think, starting to struggle on those old tires up on that high side. No matter how much you save, eventually it's going to come back to start eating you. And that is kind of what's going on here, is Just Vaught starting to try to pull away from that 751 Mike Adamson. Not quite able to do so, though, as Timothy Pope and Jeremiah Burke slowly, ever so slowly, start to inch away from them here. It's the 14, Dustin Eaton, looking down low on the 81 right now.
Yeah, speaking of Dustin Eaton, right now leading Team Tang. Team Tang's had some rough luck out there tonight, as Player and Kelly both involved in accidents. So was Wade.
01 and the 33 having issues coming on down into pit road.
Teammates.
Uh-oh. Oh, they're still sitting there. One of them
David
is.
Kelly, black flag. Dustin Wade, black flag.
Ouch.
That's going to hurt.
Cawthon's down as well.
Gotta go back and watch this pit entry here. Oh, the 33 just, I don't know if he locked it up. It was two separate things, but the 01 coming in a little hot there, avoiding the barrels. Pretty much almost the exact same spot as his teammate. That is something the Vigilante Force guys wish they would definitely get back here, but pit stops definitely now underway. As at that time, it was actually Jonah Long leading the Team Tang.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you
Yeah,
can't.
my bad. I overlooked that.
Well, this would be the money stuff, right? With what they're doing now, right?
This is, but
100%.
we do have a couple drivers in an interesting spot here. Like Osborne, you also got Beamer, Mayberry, Player, Wittenberg, and Robert Jordan, as well as Austin Paul, who are questionable. I believe they can make it here to the end, so they may not even need to come on down into the pits. So that's going to cause a possibility of a big shakeup. The question is, with the full tires and whatever stops that the guys like Pope and Burke have made, can they make up that one full lap with the 16 laps that are remaining here?
Well, think about this too. The 48 did spill the beans earlier. Goodweiser team, remember, they have an extra set of tires on most of the guys in the field. So we're going to see if that's going to come into play as well.
That must have been a secret I must have missed during my important business meeting phone call. I have a lot of business things going on. Just so you know, I'm not just
Thuggery.
not just Irish
Happening in the
person.
world.
I do. No, this is different business. It's my other business.
Oh, I got you.
have a lot of businesses going on. So
You're a mover and a shaker, isn't it?
yeah, pretty much entrepreneur. Jack of all trades, master of none. One of those guys. But this is my main focus right now. This race right here. Lots of sliding, looks like. Lots of kind of fun racing. David Emmig's getting past. Just some interesting stuff with the cars passing him, sliding around a little bit.
Yeah, but again, he's in
Position.
Old tires.
old tires, but he's in a weirder spot. The rest of the other guys that are currently staying out pitted, lap 63, 64, 65. He pitted lap 52, and almost 50 laps. I don't think he can make it. He's probably still got to come down at some point, I think.
Yeah,
5-lap old tires is the sweet spot for Timothy Pope. 5-lap old tires. He just set the fastest lap of the race, a 32.85. And a 32.80 now. He just broke that one.
Yeah, I trust whatever he's doing. So that would be watch that little group there that pitted on lap 83. That they're going to be moving up the field here shortly.
Well, you say that, but we got 12 laps to go, and they're still 27 seconds behind Jonathan Osborne up here in the lead as the 63 of Oxendine makes his way around him here. Mayberry sitting in that second spot. Talk about going from penalty to possible podium spot right now. He looks like about to get double teamed by a couple guys.
Giggity. I mean,
Well, yeah.
It looked
No,
like
yeah.
it was
Freight-
one was going to the inside, the other one going to the outside here. It's the 14
Freight,
and the
it's a
1.
freight
But the 81 up on the outside is going to cause a stall there for the 1. So the 1 not quite able to make it through, but the 29 finding some pace here, catching on up to Osborne.
Yeah, I just got tickled. There's some funny things that happen sometimes. Osborne is in just a weird spot, like you said. So he's up that many. He's up that much.
well, and with the number of laps that are left, that's a lot of time to overcome for these
It
guys
is.
that do have new tires to get up there and pass him. Mayberry. So
Well, Mayberry just passed him, and they just look slow out there right now.
they are. They're 3 seconds off the pace from these guys that got brand new tires.
Yeah, mathematician in me can't do the math. But
Not from what I'm seeing here. Mayberry's last lap was a 34.79, and Timothy Pope's was 33.19, and Mayberry in the lead right now. He's got Pope, who was that first car that pitted amongst that group, still almost
Starting to level out now.
20 seconds back with 9 laps left to go. Can Mayberry hold on with the fuel? Is anyone else going to come up with a hard charge and run here as the 6 and the 01 make their way on through? If I'm the 29 right now, I ain't fighting with no traffic. I'm just like, just go. Get out of my
Just
way.
go.
Just do whatever you got to do.
So they're hedging their bets on the tires. The only problem is the fuel, right? So will they have enough?
They're going to be close, man. It's going to be really close. I think they'll probably the guys that pitted lap 66, 65, like Wittenberg and Player, I think they might be okay. I'm worried about Mayberry and Osborne
Over on lap
and
64.
Jordan.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight.
It's gonna be tight. But talking about Andrew Player here, he's got a good battle going on with Ricky Wittenberg. Like I said, talk about a blessing in disguise. Able to almost have like a strategy kind of handed to him there, getting involved in that wreck. Where it's like, well, if I gotta come down to pit now anyway, might as well make the most of it, and that is exactly what he's doing. The question is, can he make a last-minute run to try to get around that 18, who does have 3 wins on this season so far?
Man, there's a lot of brain power involved in looking at the timing, how many laps are left, doing like brain calculations, which are very slow in my house. I think it's the cold weather, English. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So imagine what these guys are thinking with their teams. At least they have some teammates to bounce some of this information off of to try to sort this thing out. Because as stretched out as we are, and as how everybody's on a little different strategy, quite a bit different tire strategy, really. It's super interesting.
I'm from South Texas. I got 20 W50 blood. This cold weather just kind of slows me down.
And of course, as I was looking away from the screen, how about this? Ricky Wittenberg getting not only past Andrew Player, but sneaking past Jonathan Osborne. So Ricky Wittenberg up there on the second step of the podium right now.
Hey, 2-lap newer tires. Those 2 laps, that's where they're paying off right now.
Britton Klein trying to steal a position away from the 48 of Jack the Ripper Dixon here. Moving up into 13th. The 6 of Austin Reeves trying to get around the 01 of Kelly Keel. Jess Vaught trying to make up for an incident there on pit road, trying to get around the 64 Trevor Robertson here and try to fight his way back up to a top 5 as Jonah Long makes his way around the 3 of Austin Paul. Where is Timothy Pope? Still 14 seconds back from the leader with 4 laps left to go. He's got about 7 seconds up to Andrew Player and about 8 seconds up to Ricky Wittenberg here. So, I mean, he's running pretty quick, but I don't know if it's going to be quick enough to find his way onto a podium here tonight.
I apologize, guys. I said two lap difference in tires. All those guys pitted, the top 4 right there, and Robert Jordan, they pitted fuel only last pit stop, fuel only. So not a big difference in tires is what you're seeing out there.
Oh, you're sure right. See, that's all the numbers. We have a lot of data on our screens, and we're trying to interpret it as we go. It is difficult. I don't know how Brown does it because he's hitting all these buttons, interpreting data. Wow, Dave Mayberry looks like he's coming down, right?
Oh,
he doesn't have enough.
Just inching short there for Hot Rod Mayberry. So he comes on down into pit road. So now the question is, did Osborne, because we've seen him kind of trickle on backwards a little bit here, does he have enough, or is he going to have to come on down? And it looks like he is going to have to come on down as he is possibly sputtering going down the back straightaway here. He is looking very slow right now. Ricky Wittenberg making his way on past, and so he's only got about that 2 extra laps here. You can definitely see him. He's basically putting that clutch right on in as we cross the line here. White flag, so no more laps to be run after this one. He doesn't have to worry about any extra laps or nothing. Racing his way down through turns 1 and 2. He does have Andrew Player about 1.5 seconds in the distance, but he's in the same fuel situation as him. Timothy Pope, though, 3 seconds back as they make their way down through turns 3 and 4. Still sliding his way, shuffling and bustling through the exit of turn number 4, and Ricky Wittenberg gets a win in the Vigilante Racing League.
Wow, dude.
That's been a long time coming, boys.
Look at that. We had a real fuel mileage race there, didn't we?
I wonder if he's out now.
Probably. He won't be able to do a burnout. There's no way.
Andrew Player making it as well. So not only was he definitely a top contender with the 3 wins coming into this season, but he's starting this one off strong with a second with Timothy Pope. Oh, man, he had his work in front of him, and he did a heck of a job out there coming in 3rd. Jeremiah Burke just a little shy there in 4th. So heck of a job done by these guys out here tonight.
Ricky did run out of gas right there just after he passed the finish line. He's getting a push by the 728, or your third place winner. He's getting a little bit of side action love there from the 64, getting some donuts put on that truck. That's well deserved right there.
That is.
Ricky's been such a big supporter of this league for years, and great to see a win there.
As far as the playoffs goes, Andrew Player got the best of Pope today, but just barely. Pope had another 5 laps. Pope would have been up there. Yeah, they would have run out of gas for sure.
Indeed. Well, while they're taking the photo down here and do whatever limited burnouts that they're going to be able to do, we need to pick a random draw driver of the day here tonight. So that will end up going to the 7th place finisher, 33 of Jess Vaught.
Which one? 7th?
Yep.
Oh, okay, I got it. That's
Congratulations there, Jess.
Look at that Cult of Chaos machine in at the starting line for the little picture they take. Pretty cool. I don't think we've talked to Ricky. Has Ricky ever won one? That I'm trying to think back.
No,
I can't remember him picking up a win.
I don't believe so. I think he's had a podium, but I don't believe a win.
Well, we'll find out, but I think we definitely talked to him in a podium, but I think this might be his first one. We'll find out.
As we wait for these guys to join us up here in that broadcasting waiting room, I know they got some math to do down there, trying to figure out who's still in, who's out, doing this, doing that, points wise and whatnot. So they do have to kind of figure some things out. So big thank you to Paul Ferdiani. I don't know what that message is supposed to mean.
I think it's talking about fuel, empty.
Oh,
full and empty. That's
yes.
what it is. Fuel gauge.
Fuel gauge. Okay, now I get it. See, I'm thinking like I'm trying to read words here. I'm like F underscore 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 underscore. It's like it's not.
Yeah, it's a fuel gauge, man.
That's a fuel gauge. But definitely right there on that one, Paul. These guys were absolutely just running on fumes. Of course, Anderson saying, Ricky, so happy for you, man. Congratulations. Of course, been a staple here since day number 1. So he's here ready to rumble. So let's go ahead and start off with tonight's big race winner, the 55 of Ricky Wittenberg, finally getting a win here tonight. And Ricky, I was saying it as soon as I kind of saw what you were doing there with the late pit stop after that last caution. I'm like, man, I think he can make it on fuel here, and the rest of the guys didn't pit. This might be a blessing in disguise getting caught up in that last wreck.
That's exactly what I told Austin when we wrecked. I was a little bit irritated. I'm like, man, I wrecked, and then I came in and realized I had a lot more repair than I thought I would have. So I had to take the fast repair, and I said, you know what? I told him if we could make it to like 65 on a caution and then pedal it, that there's an outside chance we could make it on gas. And I just kept coming back in and topping off, and it just kind of all fell into place for once. In the immortal words of Clark W. Griswold, if I wake up with my head sewn to the carpet, I couldn't be any more surprised than I am right now.
I don't know if I can make it through this one. That was pretty good.
I mean, sometimes these guys in this league are so good. I don't have a chance to win on speed a lot. I mean, I felt like I was decent, maybe top 10-ish, but on a long run. So my only shot was trying to get them on strategy, and for once, the calculator in my brain actually matched what was happening on the track.
Well, that was great, man. And you know, we did notice you had some speed early, and you know, it just seemed like, well, here it comes again. You know, here it comes again for Ricky. You know, it's something's going to happen to him again, and it happened. But Oh man, great job thinking on your feet out there, getting that thing crammed full of gas, and doing what you had to do to pick up this win, man. We're very, very happy with you. Happy for you.
Yeah.
I can't really tell you how long we've been waiting for this, though. You know, you being such a big supporter of this league for such a long time, and great friends with everybody out here. Congrats, Ricky. Really savor this one.
Oh man, I definitely will, and I really appreciate you guys for the broadcast. I know we're just a few days from Christmas, and I even debated running tonight. I had a lot going on, and I thought, you know what, I'll give it a shot because the league does a lot, and they put on the effort to try to get the races out. So I got to thank you guys for all you do and continue to do for the league. You're knockout every week. Great. Jess and Lori for what they do and running the league, and my Cult of Chaos teammates, Chandler, Austin, Gary, when he's here, and won that one for Team Track Dogs, and my other sponsor, Josh Bittner. So I'm really, really excited that I finally got a win here in the VRL.
Well, early Christmas present for you, and I know English was so excited as you entered that final lap, and I could feel it. I was happy as well. Good job, and have a great break. Have a good Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah, man. Merry Christmas, guys, and maybe we'll get to do it again.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Congratulations. Big win for the double nickel here tonight. 55, Ricky Wittenberg walking away on that top step of the podium. So we move down this leaderboard real quick. Let's go down to the New Hampshire native, the 18 of Mr. Andrew Player, continuing his hot run here tonight. I know not quite the win, but you still had a heck of a job out there. I know you and Ricky, you guys were battling more against the fuel gauge than you guys were each other, and able to get a second place finish here tonight. Andrew, kind of walk us through your race and kind of what you thought of it.
Yeah, congratulations to Ricky. He's a real good guy, does a lot for the league. You know, he actually painted up my scheme for me, so he updated, put the new logos on it for the playoffs, so appreciate that. Didn't even have to ask him, he just had it done, so happy for him, disappointed for myself. But I'll take second place. It's a great points night. Gets me locked into the next round, so I'm really pleased about that. And I don't know where we're at next week, but on to there.
We're going to Auto Club next week.
Okay, Cali.
Oh man, it's a great track, as you know, and we saw you running the triple monitors tonight. Talk a little bit about that and how it helps your spatial awareness out there on the track. We'd love to see that.
That was a Black Friday upgrade. I got a sweet deal on TVs at Best Buy, and my Rift is starting to die on the audio. And I figured, you know what, I might as well go back to triples. As you see, I wear glasses, so makes it a little. My eyes are starting to get a little bit worse, so it makes it a little bit tough inside the VR. But I forgot what it's like to have the peripheral vision. I'm kind of used to the horse blinders with the VR. The VR is great for the depth perception, especially at a plate track. So it was a little bit tough last week, but this week it's nice being able to see those cars on the outside of my peripheral vision and knowing who's there and when I need to lift a little bit. So it's a little bit of change. I used to race triples back in the day, so it's been a good adjustment for me. I'm happy with it. So
where did you run out of gas? Did you run out of gas after you crossed? Or when you crossed, or
she started to spit and sputter coming across the finish line again on me. But
oh my god,
I had just enough. I should have saved just a little bit more. I think Ricky was a little bit smarter on saving earlier, so he was able to run a little bit faster at the end. I started to push there with I think maybe 15, 10 to go, and then I realized I just didn't have enough, so I had to kind of back it up, and it just couldn't quite go the distance. But that was a good run by Ricky. He was fast all night anyway, so he was a competitor. So happy for him.
Oh, great race. The strategy played out. You rolled the dice, kind of like when I rolled the dice in Waco. You did a great job. I mean, second place, though, you made the top finish of all the playoff drivers. So that's a great job by you. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
Got to thank my family again, their support for putting up with us. My wife actually came downstairs tonight for the first time, saw the upgrade to the rig, and I thought I might get in a little bit of trouble. She's like, that's pretty sick. So dodged a bullet on that one, but obviously my family, I appreciate their support. McConey Setup Shop, they're a sponsor for me, so I appreciate them a bunch coming on board and helping me with the leagues that I run. The Team Orangutan race team, been running with them. Like I say, Ricky painted me up a beautiful paint scheme for that, so thanks to Ricky, and obviously thanks to Jess and Lori and you guys for putting on this league and broadcasting it and putting on a great show for everybody. So thanks a bunch.
Awesome, Andrew. Well, congratulations. Second place finish here tonight. Definitely probably going to help you and move along to the second round of these playoffs, man. Good luck next week as we head to California and we continue this championship charge.
Thank you much. Appreciate it.
All right, so we'll move down one more spot here. It's very rare do we say we move down a spot here to talk to this man. It's that 728 of Mr. Timothy Pope. And try as you might, Tim, as much as you had a great night up there at the front, you were having a pretty good battle there with Jeremiah, especially this second half of this race as well. But just the difference of pit strategies and trying to make up that time, man, that must have been super difficult.
Yeah, it was. Seemed like I did everything right I come out to do, but still come up short.
So in the postseason here, which we're in the playoffs here, you've got teammates out there around you. You guys are in the chat with each other. I mean, y'all are still not holding anything back on each other, are you? I mean, I know you guys are very supportive of each other and stuff, and y'all ain't going to go out there and, intentionally wreck each other or anything like that. But it's going to be harder and harder as we advance through the schedule to cut your teammates some slack, out there. So are you guys kind of being a little bit more aggressive with each other as it goes on?
Yeah, most likely. We weren't that too aggressive tonight. Jeremiah kind of hung up behind me, and I was behind him one time. I thought I wasn't going to pass him. So I got a big run, and then the caution come back out. But yeah, gets closer in, we'll probably get a little more racy against each other, but just try not to wreck each other.
Yeah, I love the raciness, but you know what? It's Christmas. You got a podium. That's a great job. Merry Christmas to you. Do you have anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Yes, sir. Everybody at Limitless Motorsports, you guys for broadcasting, VRL putting this awesome league on. Your old Ricky Rittenberg for finally winning one. I'm glad to see him get one. And don't forget the reason for the season. Merry Christmas.
Amen.
Amen. Has Mr. Timothy Pope. Timothy Pope over there in the 720. Have you seen that, Tim, over in the NTRL chat?
I ain't paying attention to it.
Oh, they posted a poster with you, and they forgot to add the E to the end of your name, so you're...
I haven't seen it. I ain't seen it yet.
Yeah, you're forever now known as Timothy Pop.
All right.
But either way, great job out there tonight, man. Third place finish, definitely helping out that championship charge here, man. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. We'll see you next week at California.
California.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Alrighty, and we'll talk to now the random draw driver of the day and someone who wishes he could have one thing back, and that is a pit road incident there. Man, Jess, you did a heck of a job to fight back from it, though, I will say. Still finishing inside that top 10, up there in 7th, so you're not absolutely out of it here for the championship, but I'm sure you're probably still steaming a little bit over that.
Yeah, it was a mistake. Good for me that I came into this with a little bit of a cushion. Was able to rally back to 7th, and that makes a big difference, right there. It's just my mistake. Got in there a little bit hotter than I wanted to, and so I had to apply the brakes a little harder than I needed. Obviously, the truck could handle as far as grip was concerned, but got a little bit lucky that I didn't get plowed into, and didn't even cause damage. Didn't even use my fast repair when I went down the pit road there. Just kind of scraped the front end on the inside wall there, but it cost me. I probably would have rallied back to 4th if it wasn't for the fuel strategy that ended up giving Ricky the win. So it was great for those guys. Good job.
We're all happy for Ricky to finally see him pick up a win, though. But yeah, man, you're still in the championship chase here, the playoffs. Next week, California. We talk about things being similar but different. California is a technical track. even though it is a 2-miler. Talk about next week. You guys going to make some big adjustments, or are you still going to go out there and just follow your plan?
No, I think I had a good plan tonight. I felt like that if it had just gone on straight speed, that Tim had us covered. Might have had a chance there to get Burke. And yeah, I'm looking forward to California. I think it's another track that is technical, so you got to be very deliberate about it, and you have to you can't overdrive the truck, or you're going to pay the price, things of that nature. So it kind of goes to my skill set there.
I think
Should have a good night, and hopefully I'll be able to make it to the championship 4.
I think correct me if I'm wrong there, Adam, but I think, with the exception of maybe Michigan, I think Auto Club probably produces the most exciting racing from this league.
Yeah, Auto Club is awesome. There's all kinds of different layers to the track. I know, Jess, you probably work on it a little bit. I know we have holidays, Christmas up ahead specifically, but get some practice in. I think we'll see you next week. Everybody will be ready and have a great race, man. Congratulations tonight. Podium, not a podium, but you got the money for the. You're kind of in the luck zone right now, so that's good. You got drawn for the driver tonight. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Who'd you like to thank before we let you go?
No, I just want to thank you guys for what you do for this league and broadcast and everything. And appreciate the patience tonight with the kind of the foobar that I had going on there. I had to jump over.
Oh, that was nothing. We've had way worse than that. No, that was no big deal. That was great. You good communication. We appreciate it from you and Lori, and y'all have a great Christmas.
Oh, we will. And as always, thanks to my wife Lori helping me, or actually been pretty much doing everything, allow me to go out here and be a competitor. So appreciate that. And then my team with Dave Mayberry, Kelly Kuhl, Greg, Rink. Excuse me, I'm screwing up his name tonight. What's Greg's last name?
Klein.
Thank you. Yeah, great guys. Always helpful, and yeah, happy holidays, guys. And we'll see you on the next race.
Indeed. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Jess. Good finish here tonight in 7th place, and we look forward to seeing this championship run continue on next week, coming from California, man.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Happy holidays.
Man, oh man. I feel bad because I know we're not supposed to have favorites or nothing like that.
I'm with you.
But, man, how many races have we seen these guys run? And it's just like, eventually you get to the point where you're like, man, I'd like to see this guy pick up a win. And tonight we finally had one of those nights with Ricky doing that, especially on a strategy thing after having one of his typical bad luck incidents happen to him.
And I don't want to diminish Ricky's racing skill. He obviously has a ton of racing skill, but it's almost like you're pulling for the underdog because stuff always happens to him. And Ricky's such a likable guy and such a big supporter of this league, and you can't help but pull for a guy like that. And then when it happens, I was on the edge of my chair, literally on the edge of my chair, just excited as hell when I seen that double nickel still come out of turn 4 and the damn thing was still running on fumes. Yeah. The only fuel he had was in the line and in the filter, and just to see him come across in first place, even with a damaged rear end on that truck, I was on top of the world for him. I'm so happy for Ricky and continued success for him. I know he's not in the playoffs or anything, and we're gonna find out who was knocked out of the playoffs tonight. Probably not by the end of the broadcast, but something will be posted at a later time. But yeah, really, really happy to see Ricky pick up a win.
Yeah, luck and strategy sometimes trumps skill. That's a fact. I've won races before just because of luck and strategy. So good job, Ricky. Looking forward to next week. Man, everybody have a great Christmas. I'm looking forward to this season. Cold weather. Just feels like Santa's coming.
Yes, sir, indeed. Speaking of Santa coming, let's see who he's visiting here tonight with some good finishing spots like that 55 of Ricky Wittenberg picking up the win here. The 18 Andrew Player having a strong race as well in second. The 728 of Timothy Pope coming on back through the field with that different strategy on those new tires, able to pick up a podium third place finish. Teammate Jeremiah Burke also had a solid night here tonight as well, finishing in fourth. The 5 of Jonah Long had some side-by-side battles going on pretty much all race, but he was able to finish in that fifth spot. 751 Mike Adamson. So Team Limitless having a great night here tonight. Able to pick up a sixth place finish. The 33 of Jess Vaught coming back from an incident down there on pit road, but makes the most of it and climbs his way back up to seventh. So great job there from Jess. You had the 64 Trevor Robertson, your hard charger of the day, up 15 spots. For the most part,
wow.
that Gorilla Glue machine, I think he kept his nose pretty clean here, and I think that was a big key for him here in this race tonight, finishing in 8th. 92 of Greg Klein doing a pretty good job there, having some good side-by-side battles as well. He's going to finish here in 9th. With the 3 of Mr. Rubber Ducky Man himself, Austin Paul, rounding out tonight's finishing top 10.
Our buddy up in Ontario there, Jack the Ripper Dixon in the 48 machine. He'll bring home 11th place tonight. Josh Oxendine in the 63 will finish in 12th. 13th will be the 14 of Dustin Eaton. The 2 of David Emig will finish in 14th place, right where he started. 15th will be the 01 of Kelly Keel. The 6 of Austin Reeves will finish in 16th place. 17th will go to Matt Beamer in the 22. Dave Hot Rod Mayberry in the 29 truck will finish there in 18th. 19th will be the 81 of Jonathan Osborne. Not great luck out there for Jonathan tonight. Tried to run that high line and started outside row number 1. He'll finish the last truck on the lead lap here in 19th place. And rounding out your top 20, the 57 of Russ Endicott.
68, Dustin Wade, 21st. Number 10, Andrew Cawthon, 22nd. 83, Charlie Herkus. Ended up 23rd. 72, Chandler Paul, 24th. Number 1 of David Fight was 25th. 74, Robert Jordan, 26th. 747, America's Driver, Albert Anderson. A little bit of a rough night, ended up 27th. 49, David Kelly, ended up 28th, and the 82 of Michael Everidge rounds it out in 29th.
And that is your field here tonight from Miami Homestead under the lights. As always, we have to thank you all for tuning in and watching, because you guys are the reason why we do this and have such a good time of doing it. So please be sure, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you get alerted every single time that we do go live on here. And if you like what you see, be sure to hit that thumbs up button so that way the YouTube algorithm knows that, hey, people are liking this. We need to share this with more and more people, and we can continue to grow this fantastic community. We also have to thank, of course, Dave Mayberry and Blue Fox Properties. Give Dave a call at 520-850-4189 if you're in that kind of Tucson, Arizona area, or across the country and you're looking to buy or sell a house. Be sure to give him a call. Especially, he's got 18 years of experience helping people on out there, because this market, man, is just getting crazier and crazier. You don't want to do any of this realty stuff alone. Be sure to get yourself a good quality realtor today, especially one that's offering some free consultations. So on that note, looking on ahead, we don't have any racing coming up until next week, Wednesday. So we will, guys, see you then. Be on the lookout, though, to the AAA Facebook page as well as the YouTube. We'll be releasing some upcoming info that I think people will find extremely interesting, and it's all going to be for a fantastic cause. So definitely keep your eyes and ears out for that one. But until next week and Wednesday, and we head to the sunshine of California, I'm Alan Brown. For Alan English and Adam Turner, we're signing off.
We gone.
See ya.